You remember when you talked about finding an ally for Nixon?
Someone from the outside.
I need to get this letter to the president.
You'll never guess in a million years who just showed up at the Northwest Gate asking to see him.
It's Elvis.
Elvis Presley. You swear this isn't a joke, because this penmanship is horrible.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Elvis and Nixon. I talk about some of the most famous photographs out there. Y'all seen the one with the sailor kissing the woman?
Sure.
Right there, everybody's seen
But she said she did not appreciate that at all.
Did she?
Yeah. They finally found her and interviewed her, and she's like, yeah, I know everybody celebrates that, but I didn't know that dude. I had a boyfriend, and that was not cool to me.
He raped me. Wow. The things you learn here. History time with Martin.
The more you know.
I know. More moments in the history of sexual molestation.
Like the dude in the back looking like her boyfriend. He's like, what are you doing?
Hey, man. Oh, he's like, yeah, get him, man. Oh, but even more than that is the movie where Elvis molested Nixon, man. So, maybe not physically, but mentally in a way. Nixon was like, I don't want to meet this fool. This guy right, Nixon was all about the rock and roll, those crazy kids. I don't want to deal with that bullshit, But people said, hey, I wasn't there. No one knows what happened. The only thing that's documented from that meeting is that. But
so I'm going to make a bunch of shit up.
Put it out there. They do with everything else out there. Biopic my ass. Y'all made that shit up. But some people said, no, the legend is true.
Based on a true photo.
No, they were cool with each other. Really. They actually made some grounds with each other. The reason why Elvis wanted to meet Nixon is because he says, all the kids out here going crazy, and the Beatles, I don't like those fuckers anyway, and the Black Panthers, I just want to help you, sir. I want to be an agent. Bring America back to being great. I think that's Obama just did. But that's a story about him going to see Nixon and wanting to be an undercover agent. Right. Elvis.
Hey, who knows more about drugs than me?
I could be in the DEA.
That's what he said. He said, I think I'm cool, man. So he said, I can go there, hang out with people, and I can report back to you, let you know. Now, there's one thing that stands out about this movie, and they didn't even give me anything for it. It's almost like they knew. I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer for you. I only got one clip to show you, and then we're going to come back, and I will be you didn't see it, right? You didn't see it.
No.
And I knew you weren't there.
No.
So you just get this review from me. Elvis, I start saying Elvis versus Nixon. Elvis versus Batman. Elvis and Nixon, starring Michael Shannon and Kevin Spacey. Who they are, you'll see right here.
Of all the famous images preserved in our national archives, the most requested photo of all time is this one.
You remember when you talked about finding an ally for Nixon?
Someone from the outside.
I need to get this letter to the president.
You'll never guess in a million years who just showed up at the Northwest Gate asking to see him.
It's Elvis.
Elvis Presley. You swear this isn't a joke, because this penmanship is horrible.
Thank you.
Looking at this shit, I say, this ain't nothing but a joke. That motherfucker, Michael Shannon?
That's the thing, man. When I heard about them making this movie, I was like, okay, I'm interested. Once I saw the casting, I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. Did y'all raise Elvis from the dead and Frankenstein his ass?
Right. That's what I'm thinking too. Oh, it's Elvis Stein.
yeah, Elvis Stein.
Push his hair back and screws under it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
There's a scar right there. Got bolts on his neck.
Thank you very much.
So you think we should meet with him?
Yes, Mr. President.
During my nap hour.
Everybody loves Elvis.
Call me.
He could really help us with the youth folk. He would also like a badge.
A what?
I would like to go undercover as a federal agent. I've been in 31 major motion pictures. That makes me an expert in costume and disguise. I could infiltrate the communists, and then I'd bust them all. Let's do this thing.
An undercover rock and roller. Sounds ludicrous.
I can supply my own firearms.
All right, now what do we have on this guy?
Well, he's one of the most famous men on the planet. Loves guns, hates the Beatles.
The Beatles. Well, I don't like that.
Okay, sir, do you have any firearms or weapons of any kind on your person? It's a good thing they didn't catch this little fella in my boot.
Mr. Presley, we're going to have to go over the protocols. Mr. President, Mr. Elvis Presley. On the coffee table is a dish with M&Ms. Those are only for the president.
M&Ms are my favorite.
Mine too.
There is also an unopened bottle of Dr. Pepper.
You have a bottle opener?
Please do not open it. Please do not drink from it because it's only for the president.
What in the good God is going on?
I don't know, sir.
Make sure we get a picture with Mr. Presley and me. You and me, we rose from nothing. But look where I am today. Look where you are.
That's how I learned to develop these knuckles of steel. Now slap them. Come on, harder. Harder. Let it out. Let it out. Those are the steel claws of a tiger, Mr. President.
Just like that 9 Lives, this looks like a Saturday Night Live skit that just went on too long. Like one of those trailers they would show during the show, and it'd be like some mild applause afterwards, and you move on to the next thing.
Well, this shit, when they first showed Michael Shannon as Elvis in this, like I was looking at this, and I was like, you know, maybe if it was like Elvis in Faces of Meth or something, you know what I mean? It was like the before and after pictures, because he looks like a chick on heroin.
Yeah.
It don't look nothing like Elvis.
Chrissy Hynde.
Nothing like Elvis right here. Look like somebody took a wig and put on a lizard. I'm like,
Like someone took silly putty and put over a picture of Elvis. Like, all right, we're gonna get this right.
yeah. It's just crazy, man. Y'all trying to get people to believe this is Elvis. Now, I would say that Kevin Spacey as Nixon ain't too far from Michael Shannon as Elvis. But the thing is, Nixon depends more on his on the mannerisms. He's already kind of a cartoon.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could say Elvis is too. But
Elvis is too.
But his looks are so iconic. Nixon was just known for his mannerisms, really. And a lot of people do that without having to have, you know, the extensive makeup or looking just like Nixon.
Sure,
and
Frank Langella.
Yeah, Frank Langella in Nixon Frost.
Yeah,
in
Frost Nixon.
Frost Nixon, it doesn't matter. Shit, tomato. Tomato Nixon. But with this, Kevin Spacey, not one of his greatest performances, but it's fun. It's fun watching him do Nixon, man, and you know, because he's that old crotchety cursing Nixon. Oh, I don't give a fuck. You know,
Yeah.
it's and hearing him like just not wanting to meet Elvis and everybody riding his ass about Elvis. You got to meet him because everybody knows it's a great political move, but this dumbass right here. And to just see him try to fight it just because he's jealous of Elvis. He got more pussy than I did. You know, it's like, it's fun to watch him be that Nixon.
From 11:40 to 12:05, you have a meeting in the Grand Hall to receive diplomatic credentials from the ambassadors of the Dominican Republic and Zambia.
Do they speak any English?
I believe so.
Oh, good. 'Cause I hate it when they don't even try. You know, whenever I go to a foreign country, I always try to learn some phrases, you know, gives me an edge with the people of that country. You know, shows I did my homework, shows I care. Some people come right in here, no effort whatsoever. Not in their national character. Why, they'll never be superpowers like us.
From 12:05 to 1:05, you have your open hour, at the end of which we thought would be a good time to have your meeting with Mr. Presley. From 1:10 to 1:30, you have an informal meet and greet with 150 or so White House volunteers in the state dining room.
Elvis Presley.
Yes, sir. The entertainer.
Oh, I know who Elvis Presley is, yes. Who the set this up?
Now, that's the only clip I got. This is called Elvis Nixon, and they didn't give me one clip of Elvis at all. It's almost like, and this is an Amazon Studios movie, and it's almost like they said after, like, yeah, we fucked up on that. You know, I mean, the movie got to be released, but yeah, maybe we shouldn't, you know, promote that. And the people ain't gonna buy this shit right here, as you say, Frank and Elvis, Elvis Stein, and that's too bad because Michael Shannon is actually the best part of the movie.
Really?
Look, this is an exaggerated film. This is a comedy. They're trying to promote this as a comedy drama. No, this is a straight up comedy. You ain't no, like, you can't make it nothing but a comedy if you cast a Michael Shannon as Elvis. They want you to know that. It's ridiculous. It's absurd.
Right.
And that's the biggest, the best part about casting Michael Shannon as Elvis is that he is not doing the same Elvis that everybody sees. It's Michael Shannon pretty much just every now and then putting an Elvis twang in there, and that's it. And so you get a more, what feels like a more human and realistic Elvis. There's even a part in the movie where he's sitting up there and he's like, "Hey man, give me some peanuts," and the guy comes like, "That ain't how you do Elvis." You know, it's like, get the fuck away from me. You know, it's a performance. The best word to use is subdued. Where this is a comedy that everything could have been exaggerated. They could have got away with making this kind of a cartoon Elvis. They didn't do it. They let Michael Shannon do his version of it, and it feels like the best Elvis I've seen in a movie in a long time. I don't see that many Elvis movies anyway, but this is just a good performance. Just a naturally good performance. Rest of the movie, well, you can wait for that shit on TV because it's coming to Amazon soon, and it feels like exactly what it is, an Amazon movie that was meant to be watched on VOD. It's not bad. It's actually very enjoyable. It's a fun film, but it's not a whole lot to it. It's more of a lead up to watching to the point where Elvis finally meets Nixon so that they can, do their thing.
Yeah.
Clash of the personalities right there. Before then, they just kind of do a few things here and there, fish out of water Elvis story. We watch Elvis walk into an airport with no bodyguards or anything, and everybody freaks out. We watch panties dropping and getting wet when he walks into a bureaucratic office trying to meet the FBI and trying to meet the CIA. We see Elvis walk into a donut shop full of black people and black people not giving a fuck. That's the best part of the movie. He walks in and Elvis don't give a shit. These black people don't give a shit. It's actually kind of cool. I forgot what he asked for, but he said, "Give me that thing right there called the original." No black one in the back like the original. Ha! And he's like, "Man, shut your ass up." You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh shit, okay." It's actually it's funny little parts here and there, but as far as being something that you can waste, gas on and roll to the theater and watch, nah, man. You can watch this on Amazon right when it comes out. And everybody has Amazon Prime, so you know what? You got this movie already. If you can just wait, you can watch it at home. I don't even know why they're putting this out in the movie theater right now.
Wow.
It's
for those Oscars.
Hey, brother, that performance wasn't that good. He's still Michael Shannon.
Well, we tried with Beast of No Nation, so now we're gonna try not trying.
If it didn't work with Beast of No Nation, ain't no fucking way Elvis and Nixon gonna go get an Oscar, man. That's just it. And it's not, like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's a movie where they took some risks. They had some balls in their casting, and for the most part, it worked. But it's not shot outside of feeling like a TV movie. It's not written outside of being like a TV movie. And when it's going to be out, I think, in a couple of months. So it's something you can simply wait for. And it's one of those things where a lot of people aren't going to hear about it anyway,
Yeah, I feel like people are not going to wait. They're just going to not see it in the theater and not see it on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to look. What they're going to do is they're going to look at, they're going to pass by, see a still frame of Michael Shannon. They're going to be like, damn, it's a fucking ugly chick. And, they're going to keep moving. It's a rental. It's a rental, or if you got Prime, it's just wait for this shit.
A double feature with the Identicals, what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, I thought I wouldn't say this, but the Identicals are actually a better movie than this.
Damn.
Well, the
more entertaining.
Well, the Identical is people. You haven't seen the Identical. The Identical is a movie about an Elvis impersonator who plays an Elvis impersonator. Yeah, and it's pretty much Elvis. But it's one of these religious films, these faith-driven films. It's such a weird, unpredictable, stupid fucking film. At least you don't know what's going on with it.
That's true.
You don't know where it's going to go. You can't predict it. You can predict everything in this shit. You don't know what's going to happen to Identical.
I gotta watch that again.
Oh, we gotta.
It's so good,
man. We gotta. Man, that is it. We gotta have a viewing party for the Identical. We gotta have a viewing party for the Identical, man. You know what? The movie's a rental. Let me go ahead and put this shit up for you, though. I'm gonna cap this off with the trailer for the Identical for you. Because we should have. We need before the party. We should rent out a place and watch the Identical with people, man. I'm going to watch that shit and memorize every line. I'm going to treat that shit like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There's only one Beatles. There's only one Herman Hensley. There's only one Elvis. How does that work in this world?
Yeah. Have anybody heard the Identical
Boy, when I
before?
tell you about that underage drinking.
Y'all seen? Oh, yeah. Man, this movie stars a 30-year-old man trying to pass himself off at 17 years old, looking at Ray Liotta talking about, Daddy, I'm sorry, Daddy.
And Ray Liotta, who was his mom? Ashley Judd.
Ashley Judd.
Both in that time vortex where she's not aging and Ray Liotta's aging like 40 years every other scene.
Yeah. It gets to a point where it looks like Ashley Judd and this Elvis dudes should be fucking each other. And Ray Liotta looks like the granddad. This shit is crazy. If y'all haven't seen this before, y'all need to check this out. They're identical.
You sure your daddy's okay with this?
Oh, yeah, man. I take this car all the time.
Hey! You look, get back here! Here's your song, Mr. Music Man.
Where do preacher's kids learn to dance the way that you do?
Something just happens to me when I hear music.
Gotta feel it in my feet. Dance, dance, dance.
Whatever it is, it's a good thing round way.
Dance, dance, dance.
Sing songs, write songs, that's all I want to do.
Boogie, boogie, rock and roll. Get out of here!
A honky tonk. You're going into the ministry.
Look at that. You see this shit?
You got a mind to follow in his footsteps.
Mama, I don't hear this call.
Mama.
That part when he's sitting next to her in church, man. He's supposed to be like 13. He's like a 37-year-old.
He looks like, Mama.
You got a mind to follow in his footsteps.
Mama, I don't hear this call Daddy wants me to hear.
It's a man's job learning to stand in his truth.
Drex Hensley. Ryan cannot hear us.
It's in every storefront in town.
Who is this?
Anybody ever tell you you look just like Drexel Hemsley?
He's watching Jailhouse Rock on the TV, and Elvis, he is not supposed to exist. Elvis exists in this universe.
Yeah, Elvis exists in this world, but there's also a guy named Drexel Hemsley
who's ripping him off the whole time,
exactly.
making the same movies he does, the same songs.
Okay, so this might be some weird stuff because I just thought Drexel Hemsley was Elvis, and they just slipped up when they said that line. There's only one Elvis. There's only one Drexel Hemsley, because he was singing all Elvis's songs.
He was stealing all his shit, making all his movies.
They were Elvis-like.
You guys related?
Yeah.
It was so often slipping around.
Not related.
You're the girl for me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ryan, you're about as close to the real thing as I've ever seen.
Moving so
Ladies
fast.
and gentlemen,
Gotta get to go.
I think this boy's a star.
That whole look is from
Ryan
1968.
Wade, the identical.
Just want to work some of my songs.
Nobody wants to hear your song. You're a pretender, buddy. You are nothing.
It's time to tell him the truth. He has a right to know.
Did you see this shit? Did y'all see this shit? This is 40 years later. This woman ain't aged a bit, and he's like looking like he's about to die. He looks like he's 90.
That pussy's been sucking all the life out of it.
I signed Ryan Wade, the identical.
Just want to work some of my songs.
Nobody wants to hear your song. You're a pretender, buddy. You are nothing.
It's time to tell him the truth. He has a right to know who he is.
I'm not proud of you, son.
The call you heard was for your life, not mine.
You're breaking my heart, boy.
You looking for something, aren't you?
It's not about the money. I'm tired of being somebody I'm not.
I was alone.
I was alone.
Made me believe.
Why are there always police involved with you and me?
You called the cops on me?
There's something about you.
You know, it's funny because that dude is actually really good in the movie, man.
He can't dance for shit, but he does. He can sing well.
Yeah.
And he looks enough like Elvis.
Yeah, he's a real Elvis impersonator,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, man, we got to go somewhere and watch this shit. And by the way, the whole thing, it's not about Elvis, it's about Israel.
Yeah.
It's a faith-based film based on the war in the 7-Day War in Israel.
With a thin bell of Elvis over it. So, people, it's a genius film. Watch it. It's one of my favorites. I have this shit downloaded on my computer, man.
Yeah, it's one of those best worst movies.
Yeah, I've watched this as a drinking game, and I promise you, it's worth it. It's so worth
really?
it. Oh, it's so.
He could really help us with the youth folk. He would also like a badge.
A what?
I would like to go undercover as a federal agent. I've been in 31 major motion pictures. That makes me an expert in costume and disguise. I could infiltrate the communists, and then I'd bust them all. Let's do this thing.
An undercover rock and roller. Sounds ludicrous.
I can supply my own firearms.